How strong is Godzilla and Kong in this new rebalance update? Let's find out. So starting with Kong, Kong has had a lot of changes in his rebalance. So increase base health from 4275 to 4500. Next is increased maxed health from 5380 to 5625. But he did have a speed decrease from 35 speed to 33. Next is he had a buff of increased base Lefish regen from 400 to 750, but they did decrease the max Lefish regen from 1714 to 1500. They also changed Primeval Guard to not parry and block pulses. And they also increased the cooldown of the guard to 21 to 28 seconds and increased the charge cost from 15 to 35. Next is they did nerf a lot of attacks, especially Earthquake, from 900 to 750. They also decreased the attack duration, but they did add some knockback into it. What else? It also made that the Earthquake can also ground flyers now. So that's good. Kind of a buff, but also a nerf at the damage part, but still, it's kind of a rebalanced update for Kong there. Uh, Arsing, or is it Arcing? Arcing Strike and Shatter Dive has now been nerfed to just a bit, 465 to 430 and 620 to 580, and that's about it. So, based on my gameplay and the stats change for Kong 2021, Kong has became a little more balanced, I guess. They did give him a few effect buffs, such as the ground when you do the earthquake attack, but I did not have the chance to test it on flying players because they were too high in the sky. Alright, so that's about it for Kong. Let's go to Godzilla now. So now we're on to Godzilla 2021. So they did reduce Godzilla 2021's underwater damage bonus to his melees from 15% to sadly 5%. This is due to G21 having more tools underwater but keeping the passive as it's unique to him. Also, they decreased the base damage to 450 and the max damage to 600. That's for the first attack, which is the mauling, the one where he claws his enemies. Next is Dual Bash. Now they have Godzilla allowed to dual bash while underwater, so that's kind of similar to Godzilla 2019 where he can dash underwater, so that's kind of a good change for me. Next is Intimidation Rumble. They increased the base damage, but only by 5. All right, so 480 to 485. So that's not a lot of damage, but still. So the explanation for this is a small base damage increase to have the base max damage split match of all G21's melees. The stud range increase is to increase the Intim's range. What's Intim's? Oh, it's the Intimidation Rumble's range. Enough for it to match the full tail now, as currently it doesn't even cover to the tip of the tail. Alright, next is Hollow Query. Decrease duration from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, so I'm guessing the attack is a lot quicker now. But still, it's kind of a nerf because the next one is decrease the stud range from 400 to 360, which just makes the thing, or just the pulse, a little smaller, so there is less area damage there. So increase charge cost to 75 to 80, which is kind of a nerf for this attack since meh, I guess it's pretty strong at the moment since it can stun players now, right? Alright, next is increase flyers being grounded from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. Alright, so that's a pretty good buff there because they can be stunned for a longer period of time. Next is increased damage resistance from 20 to 25%, also a good buff there. Remove Hollow Quarry 5 from putting Atomic Breath onto cooldown if possible. Adjust the effect range for Hollow Quarry so people aren't confused when they get hit. Alright, so that's the explanation there. These are adjustments for Hollow Query. The recent changes seeing how well they went. It nerfs the insane range, increases cooldown charge cost, improving the tick speed, and just overall increases the inconvenience of the attack. So that's pretty much it for Godzilla 2021. So that's pretty much it for how strong the rebalances are. So overall, Godzilla and Kong just got a major rebalance just to maybe keep them a little more balanced so that they won't be too overpowered, just like what they did to Godzilla's Hollow Quarry, which is currently one of the most overpowered attacks, especially if you are a flyer. You can't have the advantage of getting close to Godzilla anymore when he's doing the attack, but now you can at least try, you know? As for Kong, the regen for his regen move got a little higher, but the max input on it just got a little lower. And the decrease in speed, in movement speed, just I think made him a little worse, but I guess it's still doable to fight as Kong and be bearable as it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like these. And with that, that'll be it. I will talk to y'all later.